Hello everyone, myself Vanshika and I am representing the team 0.8. Welcome to the Smart India Hackathon 2024. Today we are here to present our solution to the problem statement ID SIH1644 under the theme of renewable or sustainable energy. It categorized as a software solution. Our team ID is 6350 and we are excited to introduce our web application Carbon Sathi, specifically designed for Indian coal mines to quantify their carbon footprint and explore pathways towards the carbon neutrality. The focus of our project is to empower Indian coal mines to achieve transparency in their emissions while integrating cutting-edge technology to optimize the carbon neutrality journey. Our application employs AI-driven decision-making to analyze emissions data, predict trends, and propose solutions to reduce carbon output effectively. To achieve our goal, we have focused on four key aspects. First one is transparency in emissions. We provide real-time monitoring of emissions with customizable emission factors, ensuring that coal mines have clear insights into the various greenhouse gases emitted during their operations. The second one is AI-powered efficiency. Our solution incorporates machine learning to make data-driven decisions that maximize operational efficiency while minimizing emissions, thus driving cost savings. The third one is integration with renewable energy. We actively support the integration of renewable energy into mining operations, aligning with national climate goals and reducing dependency on fossil fuels. The fourth one is collaboration and planning. Our platform encourages government and industry collaboration to effectively plan carbon offset projects, contributing towards creating an integrated approach to environmental sustainability. Our technical approach includes leveraging modern technologies such as cloud computing, machine learning, and GIS mapping to create a scalable platform. The methodology includes collecting data from multiple sources, analyzing emissions activity-wise, and providing a detailed view of existing carbon sinks and gaps. By utilizing customizable neutrality pathways, our solution supports coal mines to adopt a realistic approach towards carbon neutrality. We are aware that achieving net zero emissions with fossil fuels is challenging, especially due to the high cost of carbon capture and storage, advanced treatment requirements, and inadequate carbon pricing. To address these challenges, we propose reducing capital costs through the use of more affordable resources and integrating biomass co-firing, targeting clustered power generation hotspots to minimize expenses. Additionally, our system ensures that emissions data is conveyed in a user-friendly manner. Interactive dashboards with GIS mapping and customized reports make it easy for both technical and non-technical users to navigate the complex data. These dashboards offer high-level summaries as well as detailed insights, bridging the gap between complexity and usability. Carbon Sathi extends beyond just carbon tracking. It provides precise emission monitoring, offers actionable strategies for reducing carbon output, and enables coal mines to comply with environmental regulations. This not only helps avoid penalties but also enhances the public reputation of mining companies. Furthermore, by reducing emissions, our solution contributes to improve air quality. By reducing greenhouse gas emissions positively, it impacts local air quality, making mining operations more sustainable. It also contributes to job creation. Focusing on emission reduction and renewable integration can create new opportunities, especially in renewable energy sector. As well as it contributes to industry leadership in sustainability. Mines that adopt Carbon Sathi take a proactive step in leading the industry towards more sustainable practices. So, the prototype that we have made illustrates the implementation part of the problem statement. Here is the web application that will give brief insight of what we are providing as our solution. Homepage describes what innovative approaches we are giving as a solution. About page tells what we are aiming to achieve with our solution. Services page describes what are the carbon emission and neutralization related services we are giving. It gives brief idea to user what our solution will aim. Few of them are carbon footprint quantification, carbon sink gaps, neutralization pathway simulation, data analytics and insights, rewards, and carbon credit trading platform, which involves carbon credit calculation, price calculation, and trading. Statistic page will basically display the statistical data in the form of charts, graphs, etc. Here are few of them which are actually the outputs after data processing. In Contact Us, user will be able to reach out team possibly for query or feedback. Now after signing in or after creating account, it will take us to dashboard of our project where the actual data processing and predictions will be given. Here is the dashboard. In our prototype, so far we have given services in dashboard like neutralization pathway, carbon credit price, leaderboard, carbon credit and offset, carbon emission. In carbon credits calculator, we may choose a file, here is a CSV file, which will contain various emission factors based on which carbon credits will be given. It also displays emission plot like emission breakdown by source and credits earned. We have used linear regression model that calculates carbon credits based on emission data, converting greenhouse gas emissions into CO2 equivalents to estimate the number of carbon credits generated. In predicting carbon emission, showing total carbon emitted in kilograms and also a histogram. We have used a random forest regression model that predicts carbon emissions based on coal production, coal type, energy consumption and emission factor, providing accurate estimates for environmental analysis. Our solution has been crafted using a combination of academic research and industry insights, where we have consulted several blogs, reports, and research papers to ensure our project is feasible and innovative. From the GHG Institute, we studied emission factors and how to apply them to different scenarios. The World Bank blog emphasized the critical need to tackle coal emissions in order to meet global climate objectives. Articles from IEEE provided an in-depth understanding of carbon footprints and sustainability measures. These references and research materials allowed us to shape a solution that is both viable and impactful, ensuring that our application is rooted in a well-established manner. These references and research materials allowed us to shape a solution that is both viable and impactful, ensuring that our application is rooted in a well-established knowledge and tailored to meet real-world challenges faced by the mining industry. Thank you.